You're supposed to be able to use range and distance to cover up something being slow. The down forward one stops you from doing that, and I think that's stupid.
Hello everyone, I'm just recording this video again after I sat here and ranted to myself and never hit the record button. But anyway, let's get into it. Today we're talking about the down forward one in a long quest of me talking about things I want to change in Tekken 8. I want Tekken to be turned on its head. I don't want to play the same game I've been playing for the last several years. Realistically, this is the best-selling Tekken. Tekken 8 is going to have a lot in common with this game. We all just got to come to terms with it now. Rip the bandage off. It sold well. It did really well. I want to believe it won't be super similar. I want to believe it'll be different. But they're probably afraid to do anything too drastic because remember Tekken 4 happened. Anyway, so today we're talking about the down forward one. What is, in my opinion, one of the strongest generic in the game, actually. Doesn't start a combo, but neither do jabs, and people have been saying the jab is the strongest move in all of Tekken. No, it's not. I think the down forward one is, as a generic, as the characters who use it to the best of its ability, the best versions of the down forward ones in the game are the best moves in the game, in my opinion, and I want that to stop. I want that to go away. What it does to Tekken, I hate. Slowing the pacing of the game down to a trickle and stopping people from actually enjoying what their character has access to. One of the many, many ways characters who aren't designed for execution-heavy nonsense are mitigated. And it's not in a fair or fun way, and I want it to stop. So what is a down forward one in Tekken? It's a 13-frame mid that on average is actually supposed to be like -3, but a lot of characters do it where it's -1. It doesn't even need to be. Like, it can be -3 and you can get the same like stupid effect that people are trying to get, but we'll talk about that in a second. But as you can see, it is a move styling that popped up, really started to flourish in character design after Tekken 5, after the golden era of Tekken. Dang near every character who's created nowadays has a variation of this that is similar to the generic meta version that you're used to seeing. Most old characters have something completely different, or it just has worse frames or worse range. There's something about it that's just worse. It's not designed to be this meta generic, but all these characters seem to have it. And it's really obnoxious. Like, it varies from character to character. They're not as consistent as you think they are because, you know, you see Lars hits at like 2 range, right? No. It can't even have like the slightest off. Hold on. Yeah, like, even that might not work. Oh, that worked. Okay, well there you go. Inconsistent, you know, and like Katarina does it from like back here. She can do it from like 2.2. Really solid, really good at just interrupting people, at stopping people from playing the game. And then when the game closes out, when you have less HP, they can just keep doing that. And it's kind of very obnoxious. It's boring, it slows the game down. Like, all the fantastical, like, cool stuff Tekken characters can do, and we're stuck seeing them do this, especially the newer ones. And even when you play a character who does something cool, if you're fighting against a character who has this, they're stopping you from doing it. One of my least favorite aspects of Tekken, this move right here, and it's scattered across so many characters I already wouldn't like, and now they also have access to this. You know, what do I not like about it the most? It was just when I was coming up, when I was trying to learn Tekken competitively, not just keep beating on general people. Because at one point, yeah, I was the best at Tekken I knew. I was the best player in Tekken that I knew. No one could beat me. You know, the slang for it is like basement king, right? And it was absurd. Like, I was really good. Like, you know, my dad would bring his coworkers, they would bring their kids, all of them. They would say it's because you pick Christy, it's because you pick Eddie, I'd pick Asuka, win, it's because you pick her, pick Jin. No electric Jin would win. You know, like, those, and that's just how generally Tekken works back then. I play Tekken 6 for the first time at a tournament at Comic-Con and I get washed. And instead of thinking to myself, oh, I'm gonna stop playing fighting games, or, oh, I guess I was never good, it's like, no, I just need to get better. The mentality that if people had approached fighting games never would have, like, started to wane in the 2000s. In the 2000s, the 2010s. But anyway, the thing I hated most about watching high-level Tekken, though, trying to learn how to play the game, was watching the best players in the world. If they played a character, a more modern Tekken character, being told, don't just throw moves out. Don't just do stuff. Don't just, space, watch what your opponent is doing, apply your spacing properly, like, do stuff at the appropriate range. Watching who is considered by many to be the best player in the world, pick Armor King, be back here, and just throw this out. No spacing, he whiffs down forward one a lot with that character. Why? Because you're not going to whiff punish it. It's very hard to whiff punish. It's very unlikely you're going to whiff punish it. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Tekken is consistently inconsistent. It was less so in older Tekken games, but no, like, let's be clear. You've sidestepped a tracking move before in any Tekken game. Probably. You probably have, or you've had it happen to you. Now, that's frustrating, like, to think, like, oh, I'm being taught all this, like, you got to apply all this practical, like, high-level meta theory, and they're just doing this with this move. So in accordance to the fact that it interrupts people, stops people from playing the game, it can close out rounds by you sitting here just mixing it into itself, or deciding... Hold on. Oh, I did. Oh, dang it. You do this. I can't jab that. It's a high crush. There's a lot of lows people have. It doesn't even need to be a generic down 4. It usually is, but it doesn't have to be. So it can do all that. And you just sort of have to deal with it because it's a mid. It's a safe mid. You can't parry it. You can't duck under it. So you just get that for free. This meta... Why would you do anything else? Obviously it's every once in a while they're going to do it at the wrong spacing, and you're gonna counter hit them, or you might even whiff punish them because, like I said, consistently inconsistent. People who don't know how to move, people who don't know how to play Tekken at, like, higher level can't really exploit this move. But at the highest level, at the spectator level, us trying to watch and enjoy the game, this is the most boring thing to see people just spam and use and exploit. And I want that to stop. I want that to go away. Like, I just remember, like, a lot of pro players, like, talking about how they didn't like Tekken 7 trying to be a spectator sport. How they changed it so that it's because all y'all did was this and this. My backdashing sucks when I'm not my main. Anyway, yeah. No one wants to watch that. There are Tekken players, people devout Tekken players who love this game who don't want to watch that. So yeah, they added slow motion. They added 2D fireball characters. They added supers and rage drives. Because no one wants to watch this. And I think they should just double down and get rid of it entirely. Make it completely different. Because I'm tired of seeing, like, I'm trying to be a spacing character. I'm trying to use my kicks to my advantage with my main, not this chick. And because all my kicks are like 18 frames or higher, this just keeps counter-hitting everything. From the ideal range, they step forward once. Bruh. They have enough time to step forward and do this. I'm sick of it. I want it to go away. I want it to stop entirely. I don't want it to be an aspect of Tekken anymore. That's highly unlikely because that's all these characters. You'd have to give them all new unique moves and balance all of those new unique moves. So it's very highly unlikely they do something like that, so I say just nerf it. Nerf its range. It doesn't need to hit from 2. Like, yeah, like, nah, like, it doesn't need to hit from back here. Yeah, that's its cap, 2.25. That's the furthest I've ever seen it work with this character. It doesn't need to do all that. Maybe it doesn't need to be -1 through -3 for this, for like me having to interrupt it with jabs. Because yeah, there's counterplay. I don't know if I said that already, but yeah, like, it's not unstoppable. Not even close, really. Cause yeah, watch, she just starts doing it. Okay. Okay. It's a counter hit too, so like, if you have like a weird jab string, you get the full of it. And let's say, yeah, he does throw in that low. Can stop him from that. You have to do a low crush for most characters. There are some characters with mids that'll be fast enough to stop them, but yeah, you just stop it. It's possible. It's a hassle. It's not worth having to deal with, and I don't think characters have earned the right to it. I don't think, because like hop kicks are unsafe. Jabs can be ducked. This can be low parried. Like what other generics are there? Like I don't feel like I see them as often. I don't feel like I see this boring meta consistency. And I'm just saying, I think it should stop. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know what you believe. Do you think this meta strategy is worth keeping? Because I think there's plenty of other tools that can stop, like button mashing and people doing stuff from far away, stuff they shouldn't be doing. I feel like you're just button mashing like one of the better moves in the game, but because it doesn't funnel into anything, like typically, you get away with it. But yeah, that's just me. Feel free to like and subscribe. Leave your opinions in the comments section below, and I'll see you guys next time.